autonomous trucking. It's probably primarily about autonomous trucking in the Washington metro area, which is where the DC metro area, which is the area I decided to focus on. And really or not, these self-driven commercial trucks, which is what I'll be focused on, are coming your way. They're coming your way. Somebody here is an emerging technology, one of the emerging technologies we decided to choose, and this is autonomous trucking. The trucks that are, there are some who anticipate self-driven without anyone in them. What we're going to find here, most of this subject is we're going to find that there are people still in those trucks, but there are some people who are have the idea that there will be a truck where nobody will get in. So that's a little bit more of a discussion. I didn't go into that technology too much, but the trucks are being tested today, and they're using them to make deliveries. You know, we all eat food. In this case here, they were delivering refrigerators. You see, that's out in the beautiful out west somewhere. But those trucks that you see here being tested, eventually they expect those vehicles to be in this area as well. And we all eat food. We need to store food now. You all, you know, some of you all look at football. Man, I look at football. But I don't indulge in Budweiser, but I'm sure yesterday during the football game, you know, somebody needed some Budweiser. Was plenty of it floating around during those football games. But the Budweiser company in Otto is this company that is big into this autonomous trucking and also getting these vehicles tested.
That's really good.
Okay. We have different manufacturers, and I'll be mentioning their names later as I talk about some things I've been discussing these things. And some of the different ones, Daimler, there's an 18-wheeler there. You know, they make them fancy looking. And this one here is an electric semi. And I don't know if you can see back there, but you can notice this guy, it's a man sitting in the middle.
Right.
Hope you can see it from back there. And we have discussed that a little more later also. Okay? And that's where the drivers sit in these vehicles, in that particular one here. And here you'll find we have Mercedes-Benz. We have some big name manufacturers in this thing. Mercedes is semi-trailer. And I want you to notice on here, future truck 2025. So it's just a little something I wanted you to notice here about that. And as I go into this presentation here, that was supposed to fit that one yet. This topic, self-driven commercial trucks, is one I find to be very interesting. It's a very important topic because ready or not, they are coming, even to this Washington metro area. I can think of many reasons why. I think it's so important, but my main reason is for safety concerns. We're in the technology age where it almost seems everything that's done requires technology. The thought of a self-driven car caused concern enough for me. But now testing is in full swing for self-driven commercial trucks, as I've just shown you. And the pace of testing is right on par with the cars in the testing phase. Yes, I am concerned about how these vehicles would be, and many others have concerns as well. Some of you have concerns, and I believe they need more years of testing before they allow them in the Washington metropolitan area. Safety concerns I have, especially in and around the top side of Interstate 495, near the Mormon Temple and Interstate 270, and onto the American Legion Bridge, where it's not uncommon to hear of bad accidents causing Interstate 495 beltway to be backed up for miles and miles. And I'll just share with you one here with you. Just seeing that. It's a typical thing out on that bridge. Here's an example of an accident that happened in November 2016. And that caused what the article termed massive beltway delays. But I'll tell you something very interesting. In November 2017, we almost had the same incident back at that same spot. Mm-hmm. Some people said there was as much as 20 miles backups during that time. So how is our research, it appears, whether or not you're ready, these vehicles will be on the road soon. A test was run locally just this past summer on August 3rd, 2017. There were reports of a driverless vehicle cruising the streets of Clarendon, Virginia. Well, after the reports, on the reports, Channel 7 News got word and tracked down this vehicle. And what they found was, this was an autonomous driving vehicle being tested by Virginia Tech. They were testing it right over in Arlington, Virginia. Going Arlington, Virginia, right across the Memorial Bridge, 14th Street Bridge, across from DC. Not out on Interstate 495, Interstate 95. This thing is being tested in the city. And what they did find out as Channel 7 got out there was that they had somebody, upon further inspection, they found the driver disguised as a Sikh. Question again, are we ready for these vehicles, and how soon will they be coming? On Tuesday, November 17th, November the 21st, 2017, I was privileged to interview a very nice gentleman at the American Trucking Association named Michael Kamisa. He is a Vice President of Safety, Policy, Connectivity, and Technology. He is quite familiar with this subject. One of the first questions I asked was, what are the real safety concerns you all have, especially as it concerns this Washington metropolitan vicinity? Mr. Kamisa expressed that safety is getting better. And he suggested there will be a driver behind the wheel in case there is a problem. The concerns in this area, such as on Interstate 495 or Interstate 95, they will be using a technology called geofencing, where there's software through the use of GPS and RFID can define geographical boundaries and become active or passive. He says in those type of locations, the driver who would be there would take control until the truck is in a more suitable location for autonomous driving. In questioning Mr. Kamisa with more questions of safety concerns from this class, such as the chance of seeing new construction where there would be autonomous vehicle lanes only. To this, Mr. Kamisa answered, it's been talked about, but unlikely. He states it's not impossible, but the goal is for these vehicles to operate better than humans. And that's really something, because it's about everything you read, man. The ideals they have, and even statistically, they're spouting about accidents going down. It's very interesting. In questioning another question to Mr. Kamisa was, is there any legislation that opposes these autonomous vehicles, particularly in this DC metropolitan area? And to this, Mr. Kamisa referred me to a Senate Hearing Committee report from this past September in 2017, where there's legislation that has already been passed by the House for autonomous cars. It is now in the hands of the Senate. They are in discussion as to whether to include the large trucks. Some senators are for the legislation, and others want to take a more cautious approach and not include the trucks for now. All I can say is, stay tuned. It was quite an interesting conversation with Mr. Kamisa, and as much as I appreciated him allowing me to interview him, I still have safety concerns. such as even though there's a body in the truck, how alert will the driver be in those close areas that are deemed